Well, there's some old granite work. Good way to start. Not even a minute in. So yeah, old rail bed hike today. That last one was really awesome, really enjoyable, was finding the two tunnels and stuff. So, same line, different section, obviously. I've never been on this part. So, let's walk and see what's down there. Might as well take a look for date nails. Highly unlikely in this pile. Woof. Oh, that's interesting though. Huh. Put back. Perfect. Pretty rotten. So they didn't hold up. Little water tunnel of the smaller variety. Still a lot of granite to be moved. And you know, you gotta think, so we're obviously in New Hampshire. That was still built about 150 years ago. So, fairly old stuff. And this one, for as far as I've walked, which hasn't been terribly far, but it's actually got rock walls on both sides, which is kind of uncommon. But they're there. Wow, a lot of piles. That's all ties and stuff. So another thing I noticed is that depending upon what area or town you're in, how they cleared and dealt with the rails is always different. Wow. And on this side, oh, it's actually barbed wire, I think. Yeah. Old post and wire. So, probably a good chance somebody had livestock in there at some point. Looks like the land for it. So things are looking pretty straightforward at the moment. Always looking for and curious about the spots that predated the tracks off to the sides, because you got to figure farms and such out here 100 years before they put the lines in. Speaking of lines, I think I'm getting the power lines. I'll stop filming for a second or a minute because that will interfere with the camera. There we go, hopefully we're clear of that. The high tension lines cause major interference to the audio when I'm filming. I learned the hard way a long time ago. Well, here's a blasted out section. There's a good visual indicator of how much iron we have in the ground. Crazy. Wire, blocks, and concrete tube. Now there's a massive pile of ties. There's got to be one date nail we can look at somewhere in there. Whoa! I guess I better be careful where I step. Actually, the interesting observation is the trees that are standing amongst these are not terribly old. So these were pushed in here more recently than I would have thought. See him? That was cool. I thought somebody was walking up on us. Well, surprisingly, this massive pile, there's got to be 100 of them in there. I don't see one date nail. Oh well. Oh, see, now that's something. That's a roll of that fencing wire. I showed you guys the fence that I see along the tracks all over the place. Which, if that's the stuff, that means that these guys would put the fences together while they were out here. Check this out. See that line? Goes right up and it's grown into the tree around a branch. So makes me think that it was, as it was lying on the ground and grew up, it got pulled up. That's neat. That was a nice little section of stuff. Animals, ties, concrete, wire, things. I see an example of our fencing. Yep. That's interesting. The fence posts have changed to larger granite beams. There's one behind that pine as well. But then there's real small ones going up in there. That's kind of different than the norm. It's the little things, the changes and variations that we're always looking for out here. So, what's up there? It's an old farm. A wall there, wall there. I went quite a ways before I really spotted anything off the sides like this. Well, it's kind of different. You just never know what they were doing. So the wall here, over there, It's 3 rods wide, so it's road width, but it ends right here and just over the hump were those small posts near the tracks. But I looked over before I walked up this way. It's not a road because it doesn't continue on the other side. Who knows, they could have been using this to get livestock out to the rail. Who knows? You just sometimes don't. But it always makes you wonder, because somebody went through a lot of work to set this up. And that right there is man-made, if you can see it. There's a slight pit in the ground, comes up, corners off, goes down there. So that's just squared off, heading down to the rail bed. Again, you have no idea why they were doing the things they did. And what am I caught in here? Baling wire of sorts. Oh, actually the groove in the ground goes up, corners off, and then goes that way. Well, that was interesting to see up there. Good walk today. That's the thing about these rail beds. Yeah, the trails are nice, but it's the stuff off the sides you want to look for that, you know, are intriguing. So, one old farm, piles of ties, animals. Yeah, good day today. See you guys soon.